Do you have a running theory on the naming for this year's iPhone line, or are you just sticking with 13?
Oh no, 12S 100%.
12S.
Oh yeah,
really?
I am a poor clickbait boy that believes that if I start saying iPhone 12S, the videos will underperform. So I'm scared to switch.
I think you're right. I'm in the same department as you. Is like iPhone 13 is easier to put in the title because people understand, oh, the next one. But if you put 12S, people all think you're just saying 12s. Not. They all think you're talking about the iPhone 12 again.
Maybe
so
I
if you
should
just
switch.
you put that next number.
It'd
be an
You know
interesting
what? Wait, hold on.
experiment, but
I have the solution.
Okay.
Drew and Sam's channels are literally the same channel, just different faces. So Drew, you upload the exact same video. We'll script it and everything. Drew, you upload one video with the iPhone 12s, and Sam, you do 13, and we'll compare the results.
that would be pretty funny.
That would be really
Same
good.
thumbnail.
See what
too.
people's reaction.
Yeah. No, I think it's 12S. It'll be 12S, 12S. Wait, how do they do the naming? Oh, sorry.
12S Mini, 12S Pro, 12S Pro Max.
You think we're
12S.
going to 12s Mini?
12S. Yeah. The
Most of the rumors have
yeah
pointed to that still being a thing.
co-reiterated that the other day that we were going to see it. So I don't.
That's good.
Yeah.
I want another one.
Yeah. I'm happy for Drew. Personally, it's not the phone that appeals to me, but yeah, I think it's
I
going
understand.
to be. I think it's
also
going to be
have a Mini.
12S. Are you
Randy
guys,
convinced me.
Nick, do you think it's going to be 13, 12S, 14, 15?
I think they'll just do. They'll
there's-
pull a Samsung and they'll just start calling it 2021. You know, iPhone 2021,
Please no.
iPhone 22, iPhone 23.
There's not a good solution, though, because pretty much anything they do will eventually, if they keep doing what they've been doing, the names will get worse and worse. If it turns into iPhone 17s Pro Max, that's also going to be just as stupid as iPhone 2026, iPhone 20. And I've heard many solutions or many theories on what they should do, but all of them suck, honestly. I've never seen a good one. It's always like, well, then you got to list the screen size, or maybe call it iPhone Air and then call it iPhone Pro and iPhone Pro 2 and reset the cycle. It's like it all ends up with crappy syllables, and I'm sure Apple's kind of backed themselves into a corner now where they're like, well, it's all going to suck anyway. So eventually, kind of like the 10R, I think they're just going to fall back on whatever looks good marketing-wise. And I think that the 12, the lineup coming out this year is going to be so design close to last year that's going to be the reason to be like, this is an S year. We're not going to act like this is a new design or a breakthrough like the 12 was. And they did do 10 and then 10S, so I feel like S has not been completely ruled out, even though they didn't do 7S. When there's a recycled design just with mostly internal upgrades, I still see them using it. So that's why I'm guessing it'll still be 12S, but it doesn't look right in titles and stuff. It just looks like 12. So I'm like, yeah, if I talk about the next iPhone, I'm going to call it 13, even though it's not really 13. But I guess that means we'll probably keep calling it 13 next year after the 12S
See,
launches.
the content creators are digging ourselves into a hole because the SEO is going to be. It's going to be like that was old videos that were said 13. And now they're still talking about the 13. You know,
Right.
I think 12. Now let's having this conversation. I'm like, I should just start doing 12S because like that makes more sense. I don't know though.
It does make sense to me.
If we can get every content creator to switch at the same time and every website, then we'll be okay. But like,
Well, is there a way you can type the S within a box? Can we make that happen in the
Yes,
title?
you can actually.
Can,
It's
Wait,
a
really?
symbol.
oh, good.
Yeah.
oh nice.
You just have
Will
to
it
make
show up as
keyboard
a question
shortcut.
mark on certain phones, though? iPhone 12? You know, because that's what I don't want to happen.
Yeah.
Because we need something that makes it not look like 12s.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, iMessage has it. Nick just texted
Yep.
me.
It works on Twitter and stuff too.
XS. Okay. Well, maybe we should try that. Maybe that'll work. But
interesting.
yeah, I think 13 is just our kind of how everyone called the iPhone 10 the iPhone 8 all year leading up.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was 8,
iPhone 8 edition.
And the
iPhone
7S.
edition.
Oh my God, iPhone 8 edition was that was such an ugly name.
That was
we
like
all wish.
that was like such a. You know how you look back on like your, I don't know, 10 through like 13 age years, and you're just kind of like cringe. That's
Yeah.
kind of what this is all feeling like. Yeah, we were all like, we had like the fingerprint sensor on the back, and we had like the ugly chin, and
Oh my God, that leak.
and then
I
everyone was
still
like,
remember.
"Ew, the notch is gross," and here we are,
That was
2021.
disgusting.
I'm still upset.
I had it all planned out in my head. I was thinking they could call the 8 and 8 Plus, they should have called 7S and 7S Plus
Yeah.
because they were so similar.
Yes.
And then call the iPhone 10 iPhone Edition because they had Apple Watch Edition and it was supposed to be like this big leap for 10 years or whatever. So make that your one-off. Make that your like extra premium, super luxury, super iPhone. Just call it the Edition. Don't put a number or anything on it.
Yeah.
Just because it's high class. Then the following year, when we had 10S and 10S Max, call those iPhone 8, 8 Plus. That way you continue the same naming scheme of 7. You know, we had, for so many years, they were doing great. They did 4, 4S5, 5S6, 6S7. It was 2017 where they broke it all. And I thought that's okay if you want to do 3 iPhones. Just call the extra one something special. Call it Edition or, you know, iPhone. I think I saw once someone said Decade Edition somewhere. I was like, just don't do 10 spelt like an X, because then everyone's going to call it X and everyone's going to... Where's 9? There's not an iPhone 9. I guess 9's
Poor Windows 9.
unlucky. Or
I think they
don't like 9.
They did dig themselves in a hole with the new super cycle, because that's what they're doing. It used to be a 2-year. It used to be 4
Yeah.
revision 5 revision
Right.
6. But now they're doing
Yes.
well, what I believe they're going to do. I mean, if they just do what they did with the iPhone 10 again, it's going to be 10 revision S year, bigger revision
Camera year.
Yeah, basically camera year the next year.
We're going to
with
bring back the
11 and
iPhone
Pro.
C branding. Woohoo!
And then maybe, and then then you go to 12, and I believe it's going to be 12, 12S. I don't know, 13. There's something off about it. It just doesn't sound. It's also just an unlucky number, you know.
Yeah.
Not that I'm superstitious. I don't care, but like, it just doesn't sound.
Well, I think there
Not
was some
superstitious.
psychological
I'm a little
experiment.
stitious,
There was some psychological experiment, I think, that explained why companies don't like to put 9 is because it's so close to 10. And 10 sounds like a premium, like full complete number, whereas 9 sounds like one less. 9 sounds like you're so close. But I don't know how much that actually
But their
contributes
prices
to sales
are all
and whatnot.
9s.
But
Yeah.
yeah, they like 9 because it's just under. Because with price, you want it to be just
Yeah, you
under,
want it
but
to
with
sound
the
cheaper.
version, you want it to be like the top. But then they do iOS 9 and stuff, iOS 13. So I think at some point they're going to have to change up the formula. They can't keep going with the numbers in S years. But yeah, what I've noticed in the past 6 years has been you have the 6, which was the redesign, then the S year, and then 7 was the camera year. That's when they did dual camera, portrait mode. More refinement. It's kind of like a second S year. Then you
Yes.
got your redesign. Then the S was the incremental, diversifying the iPhone 10 to more sizes. And then after that, we had 11, which was all about night mode, ultra wide. That was the camera year. More refinements, but more emphasis on the camera. That was probably the most noticeable difference year after year. Was we got ultra wide, we got night mode now. So that means we're in the incremental year this year, and then next year we'll get a big camera boost, which I've even seen a few rumors alluding to, like the periscope lenses coming to iPhones next year.
Yeah,
So it's like
next year. That makes sense.
there's your strategy.
I think Drew cracked the code, because that's what I've seen. I forgot. Yeah, the 7 actually fits in. The 6, XS, and 7 fit in the same category as the 10, 10S, and 11. Yeah.
But I
think
don't
you're
know.
right.
They changed the strategy though sometimes. So we might be in the start of a 4-year cycle after this.
I
Who knows?
was just about to say, at what point do you think we're going to start just doing a 4-year cycle? Because what
Maybe
else can they do?
No, I want the iPhone to be here forever.
Ever, yeah.
It will be here
I'm
forever.
still.
This was a clip from the Tailosive Podcast Archive. If you want more content like this, hit the subscribe button. And of course, hit that like button to ensure that a Google Pixel sheep has one more tear fall from their eye.